Run it, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem damn bad. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my big dog walking big talk. Young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship. I'm a jacket like Letterman. Y'all better not let them in. They gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend. Not in the pulpit. I'm a big bull in this element. Yeah. Said you gon' pull up, then settle it. Yeah. I've been married to this hustle. This is my ring. Watch out, step in it. Yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch out, touchdown. Pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed. The cut down is for us now. Have to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my yeah.
I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them on a chase. That's the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma get it anyways. All I do is work, I got this money on my brain. I don't like to talk, I just got way too much to say. They been trying to get me, I'ma get them out of the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma go and get it back. We got in a whip, then I went and hit the dash. I've been thanking God for this life that I done had. I don't need opinions, dog, I only need the facts. It's real, dog, sitting still, dog. They in they feels, dog. I got these bills, dog. Need a meal, dog. If they wantin' less, it's no deal, dog. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them on a chase.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace. You gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience and the pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition, they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing yet. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the second Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and sometimes at 1:15 when Jerome Powell decides to speak. What's going on, guys? Long time no see. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here tonight. Look at all those green names in the chat, baby. Let's go. You guys will know we were raining those memberships in the FOMC stream. Shout out to anybody who got one of those. And, oh boy, guys, Bitcoin survived the FOMC meeting today. We got that 0.25 basis points hike as expected, which as we were talking about in the earlier stream today, anything that is expected is considered to be good for the markets, right? Because a lot of times what happens is the market will just price in what they expect, and then as long as you don't get any surprises, typically that will be either neutral or bullish for the market. And as you guys can see, it looks like we're getting a little bit of pump on Bitcoin. So we're going to be taking a look at those key levels, both to the upside and the downside. We'll be talking about where I think this pump could potentially go if we are going to sustain this pump, because we may, we'll be taking a look at if this is going to be a little bit of a fake out pump. Hint, hint. I really don't think it will be, but I could be wrong. But we're going to be taking a look at those key levels, guys, to the upside and the downside. I will give you guys the bullish case and the bearish case and let you guys know which way I'm leaning. As you guys know, we were looking at some things on that live stream today. As you guys know, I was in a short and two longs, and I was saying I'm a little bit more worried for my short than I am for my longs. And one of the things that we were looking at was the money flow on Market Cypher B, guys. And the money flow very, very rarely lies. So I'm going to kind of take a look at what we were looking at earlier today that was making me think that we could, was kind of making me favor a move to the upside, other than the fact that the expected rate hike was going to come in, because as you guys know, those predictions you are typically right? Like at least for like the past year or so, they've been insanely accurate. So I was kind of, thinking like the chances are it's going to come out as expected, which we know is going to be neutral or bullish for the market, which was one thing that was making me lean to the bull side. And then also we saw that money flow coming to the upside, as well as some green dots on some higher time frames. So guys, again, we'll take a look at those key levels. We're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin, and we will be taking a look at some altcoins at the end of the stream. So don't spam them in chat just yet, but save them to the end of the stream. Go ahead and put them in right when we're done with that Bitcoin TA. We'll start taking a look at those altcoins. I want to say that this might be a little bit of a shorter stream, because we were just streaming for 2 straight hours like an hour ago, a couple hours ago. So we may cut this one a little bit short, but we'll see. We'll see if we can hold people for a decent amount of time. We'll keep going. If the people are there and they want the sauce, I'm going to serve it to you guys. But before we get into it, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Every single 100 likes, every 100 likes we get, you guys get to spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure, where you guys will all have a chance to win some giveaways on Friday. And I'm thinking we may spice up the giveaway if we can hit the dang like goal. It's been really rough getting to those like goals. Bitcoin's essentially been ranging sideways, which is obviously not great for YouTube content. But if we hit 650 likes on tonight's stream, guys, I will pick not only one lucky CandleMafia member who commented on today's FOMC stream, and we'll send you a little bit of a merch care package, or maybe we'll send you some crypto. Maybe we'll let you pick. But we got to hit 650 likes, so smash at that like button. And if we hit 650 likes, not only will we give away a care package or some crypto to someone who commented on the FOMC stream tonight, but we'll also spin that wheel 10 times to stack up those giveaways for Friday. And before we jump into the charts, guys, let's go ahead and say what's going on to the Mafia. We got 385 people in here. I appreciate every single one of you. We got Darren Does Things in the house. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. We got Crypto Pollo, as always, or Bitcoin Chicken, as I like to call him. He's cousins with Ham Wizard or Pig Magician, as I like to call him. What's going on, bro? Thank you for being here. We got Jen in the chat, says, hello, Mafia, again. What is going on, Jen? Thank you for being here. We got Nate, Quantum Divergence. If you didn't know, Quantum Divergence is much, much more bullish than a typical divergence. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Andrew Cameron, which I believe I just saw on our poll on YouTube that you came from Tino from Traders Reality. That's how you said you found me, I think. I just read that. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you for being here. Dave Digital, didn't I just see you? What's going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Leroy Essel, what is going on? Says, Texas gold-backed currency is great proposition. Hey, shout out to Leroy. Shout out to the gold bugs out there. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Melissa Santiago. Jessica, our female CandleMafia representative, and Melissa Santiago are one of our female CandleMafia members. Shout out to you. And shout out to John Davis, Beffed Up, BM, Mo, the Bird Next Door, and last but not least, we got B Team Crypto and D-Mob 10. Not to be confused with the C Mob. We got the D Mob and the C Mob. Shout out to the Candle Mafia, and shout out to Chemistry Bro popping right in there. Shout out to our mods, guys. Show our mods some love in chat, guys. We have a whole lot to look at on Bitcoin, even though we just looked at Bitcoin. But before we jump into it, guys, don't forget that our stream is sponsored by Presend.io. Definitely go check out Presend, guys. Now, millions of dollars are lost through incorrect transaction details. You mess up that wallet address, you send crypto to the wrong chain. There's many ways for your money to basically just poof and disappear into the ether, and the internet will just swallow up your money, and it's basically impossible to get back. Presend is an awesome Chrome extension, which is not available yet, but it is coming soon. But they do have the web app. If you come to their website and click on that web app, you will be able to connect your MetaMask. And if you send to the wrong chain, or you mess up an address, or there is an error in your transaction details, a pop-up will come up and say, hey, you're about to send to the wrong chain, or hey, there's a problem here. You're going to lose all your money. Do you want to cancel the transaction? And you can just go ahead and cancel it. And just like that, it can save your money so it doesn't disappear into the internet monsters. So go check out Presend.io. It's an awesome service. And shout out to them for sponsoring the channel. And without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump on in to the charts. I know you guys cannot see me right now, but we did have a little bit of an error or a problem with our camera on the live stream earlier. I'm going to go ahead and give it one try here. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have to get BJ, our technical director, to come on over to the Frankie Candle studio and try to give it a quick little, give it some elbow grease. Oh, God, not this. Let's see. Oh, did it work? Did it work? It did not work, guys. It did not work. Well, all right, we're going faceless again, guys. But here we go. This is really what you guys want. This is basically the pot that the sauce goes on. So you don't need my ugly mug up there. Shout out to you guys. But guys, we are getting a push up on Bitcoin right now as we are popping out of our value area high here. Now, as you guys know, we were looking at my long positions earlier on the stream, and they are prevailing, right? They are prevailing. The short position that we have on BingX, shout out to BingX, is holding on by a thread here, up about 2%, quickly coming up towards that stop loss. The good thing is that stop loss is at my break even. So if we get stopped out, I actually think I will make about 20 cents, which is a huge profit. But yeah, that is, this is hanging on by a thread, but that's okay, because if we get wrecked on that long, we got these two long, if we get wrecked on that short, we have these two longs to make up for the losses. And yeah, as you guys can see, I did jack up the leverage on the Bitcoin long. So now we don't have, we only have $50 in this position now, but we have replaced that margin with some leverage. So now I have freed up that capital to, use on another trade or do whatever I want with it. Haven't done that to my ETH long, and I'll show you guys why I haven't done that when we take a look at Ethereum. But still holding those longs and the short. I do think I probably will get stopped out of that short at break even. But again, we are heavily hedged on the long side. So we'll also be taking a look at SUI today, guys, because FEMEX, as well as some other exchanges, I believe BitGet potentially did list it as well. But we're going to be taking a look at SUI. If I could find a position, I was looking to get into trade some SUI on the live stream earlier, but we couldn't find a good entry. I actually, it did hit the entry that we were looking at once I got off the stream, but I came back to my computer and it had come and gone. I got up to get some food, came back, and I was like, well, there was the SUI entry, but I'm sure it will return back down so we can start looking for some positions. So we'll look to trade it here on FEMEX. If you guys want to sign up and trade your favorite altcoins or Bitcoin with leverage, you guys can check out some of our exchange affiliates down below. You will help support the channel, but they do offer some really good bonuses and some fee discounts. So if you guys are looking to save some money and support the channel, go check those links in the description down below. And then if you do that, guys, you will get access to the dining room, which is our freemium Discord channel, which is basically we give one premium TA or setup from the premium Discord a week to the dining room, and all you have to do is sign up with one of our links and then go to the Discord, click on the dining room, and it'll show you how to get access to that for 100% free. So taking a look here, guys, obviously we are getting a pump up, and as we were talking about on the stream, Earlier today, I'm probably going to say that 1,000 times, but, we came down to our value area low, and I was saying, this was really your long position, right? As you approach this value area low, you did put a nice 15-minute bull div in here as you put lower lows into your value area low, came down, tapped your golden pocket, and then you got your higher lows on your momentum waves, and then boom, you would have really been looking for a scalp up to your value area high, which went straight to that value area high, then a quick rejection back down to the value area low, but we didn't make it down there. But what we did was we made a higher low on that 786, which obviously is going to be an indication that we could move to the upside, and that's exactly what we were looking at on the stream earlier was, the fact that we came down here and started finding support on that 786 was looking like we might go ahead and make a higher low, right? Because a lot of times, obviously, price will come down, get a bounce, then come back down, and find a higher low on that golden pocket / 786 retracement level. And that is basically a textbook move there. And God, I wish I clipped it. We were literally saying, if you come down here, find support on that 786, you may be able to get a move and break out to higher prices. Shout out to Tony D. Tony D, could you please go to that live stream and look? It might be rough, bro. And I'm sorry if you hate me for this, but if you could go try to find the spot where I was talking about if we come up, back down, and then that is where we might put in that higher low and continue on to higher prices. I'll love you forever. And if you don't do it, I'll probably still love you forever. But anyway, that was what we were looking at earlier today, guys. And one thing I was a little bit cautious of was a potential swing failure at this wick right here. But it does look like we did close a 15-minute candle above here. So looking to potentially flip this to support. Looking for some support. Let's look for another golden pocket here. I really what we're looking to hold on top of this value area high would be the level that I really do not want to lose if we want to continue this pump, at least in the short term. I would be looking to potentially get a, if we do get a pullback, I would love to hold this level here. But if not, I would look for some support at this white box before potentially continuing a little bit higher. Turn on those Heikenhashi candles. But it is looking like we do want to go, right? It's looking like she wants to pump a little bit more. She's kind of starting to push up a little bit. Red dot confirmed on the 7-minute here. But let's zoom out a little bit, guys. Kind of jumped into the short-term price action here. But LFG boys, let's go. Shout out to Da Volce. Let's go, bro. Shout out to you, man. 2 sauce servings in 1 day. # blessed. Shout out to Adam. Appreciate you for being here, bro. Creighton C showing up a little bit late. No problem, bro. I got your late pass. Don't worry. You're covered, my man. Shout out to Apples Up North. And shout out to Darren Does Things. Anyone in that earlier stream, you guys will know Darren was talking about that 5-minute order block that we got, and I believe he got into a trade right off that level and wound up getting that move to the upside. So shout out to Darren and congratulations on crushing that trade. Shout out to Cozy Babe in the house. Let's go. Shout out to Cozy. Appreciate you for being here. But continuing on here, guys, kind of the next levels I am looking up towards for Bitcoin. You guys will know that we were looking at this little bit of a volume gap that we had coming in right above those levels that we were pushing at, which is likely what caused that quick rip to the upside, right? So we were talking about if you break this level, we did have that gap in volume, or someone mentioned, I think it might have been Darren mentioned, there was a bunch of single prints here, which oftentimes does match up with the volume gaps, right? And the reason I was able to know there were single prints there when he mentioned it, he said, oh, there's single prints, whatever. He mentioned there were single prints, and I assumed he was talking about the area above these levels, and the reason for that was because, number one, we had the volume gap, and number two, I saw these quick candles that moved to the downside, and that's typically where you get those single prints, and they also tend to fill pretty quickly to the upside, just like those volume gaps. As you guys know, quick moves up typically wind up being quick moves down through some volume gaps, and then when you come back up, typically you get those moves up very quick as well. And you could just go ahead and backtest this. It is a very, very, very incredibly powerful thing. You can see you have a little gap right here. You have that quick move down, quick move up, quick move down, quick move up, right? And that's why those gaps are there. So if you can spot those gaps on the VPVR, they can be extremely helpful in letting you know when you're going to get moves, big moves and fast moves to the upside. But Now, another thing we were looking at earlier today, guys, that was making me say, hey, guys, I'm a little more worried for my short than my longs. But the reason for that was because we had our 4-hour green dot as we had that VWAP flip happening. We were printing the green dot. We were losing the green dot. We were printing the green dot all throughout that stream. But we had our money flow flying to the upside locally right here, which was making me feel pretty good, especially because we had our 15-minute money flow creeping towards the upside as we have actually rolled back over to the downside. Because we had that money flow coming up and that 4-hour green dot, it's making me think that we may get a push to the upside. And that was just another thing kind of aiming. You know, we were talking about those confirmed bullish divergences, which could have marked a bottom here, even though it wasn't the strongest divergence. Now, the one thing I am keeping a close eye on, guys, is I want to close this 1-hour candle above this level right here at about 28,900. Now, you guys will remember 28.8K. is a very important level, right? We talked about that level for so long when we were looking at our previous value area from May of 2022. You guys will remember that we pulled that range from all the way back here, extrapolated that information up here, and wound up respecting the same levels that we did right here, exactly the same way when we came up in our current price action. Let me go ahead and unextend that to the right, and you can see here you have that POC at around 30K, your value area high at about 30,700, and then you have your value area low down here at about, around 28.8K. And the reason, let me just go ahead and label this let me label this previous value area high. I'm going to label this previous POC. And I will label this previous value area low. Where is it? Previous value area low. There we go, right? And I'm going to go ahead and draw a box in here just so we can kind of easily see the difference between these ranges. And there you go. There is our upper value area, right? And obviously you have those three levels within that value area. Why did that not print the value area? Hang on one sec, guys. Sorry. Previous value area low. I must have pulled this range slightly differently. Oh, no. 28.6, 28.8. Okay. All right. Good. There we go. All right. So taking a look here, right? Obviously, that is going to be our... Oh, God. Now I got to move this back. Come on. Come on, baby. There we go. All right. Bada boom. Bada bing, right? So as you guys know, when you're looking at these value areas, right now we do have two separate value areas, which obviously we have been looking at for quite some time. I'm just going to go ahead and hide those daily levels really quick and just to clean things up, right? So we have our one value area right here, and that 28.8K level that we're hitting right now is an important level, right? Because if we get accepted above that level, not only did we have those single prints, not only did we have the volume gap, but if you get accepted back into this value area low, you can expect a potential move back up to your previous point of control, which again is coming in at about $30,000. So if this move does continue, I'm just going back to the ranges that I was previously looking at, right? And you guys will know this range down here that we were looking at really was, let me go ahead and grab this and unextend it a little bit. Really that level that we were looking at here was this value area high from this previous range that we traded in. Again, coming very close to that 28.8K. The value area low of the upper range and the value area high of the lower range are smacked right up against each other. So again, that's why we were looking at that as the doorway to higher prices. If this breaks out and holds support on top of that value area low, we will indeed, or most likely, leave this value area and then get a move potentially up to that point of control at about $30,000. Now, that is if this move is sustainable to the upside, right? And that is basically what we would be looking at. We're just pulling that old range that we just looked at, that all these levels were just respected, and we're just going to be looking at those levels once again, right? So that is why this is another reason this is an important level. And then obviously when you go ahead and pull this volume to your current price, obviously your value area high has moved. So this is definitely going to be a current level you want to take a look at about $29,140. I'm not going to put a horizontal line. I'm just going to let the volume profile live there with the level right there. So if we wind up getting a push up, and we may see some rejections at this level, so that is definitely going to be a level to watch as well. But as long as you can hold support above that value area low and that value area high doesn't give you an absolute new nuke to the downside. My candle's going crazy over here, guys. I think it just exploded. If you're able to hold support on this level and get accepted back into this value area, that's basically 29,150 is going to be that one level that you really need to get above. And if you could crack that, I think it's going to be likely for you to get back to that 30K level. But I would watch for a rejection there. I'll go ahead and make this a red line just so we know it's very important. There we go. And yeah, so that is what I'd be looking for on a move to the upside if we are able to sustain this. And then again, 12-hour green dot. This is another thing we were looking at, mentioning that the VWAP was coming up with that green dot at the same time as money flow. And then on top of that 12-hour green dot, 16-hour money flow crossing over into the green with a green dot looking to print. But really the thing that is signaling a potential move up here is the fact that our 45-minute is in the green with the money flow and our 1 hour is looking like it wants to cross over. So 1 hour money flow crossover into the green is one of those things that if it does cross over, that may be the start of the bigger move to the upside. So that is something I'm watching very, very closely as we are continuing to push up higher. Again, watching this level very, very closely. That current value area high at $29,137. Let's see. Creighton, are you offering to stuff it? Oh, God. I always walk into the weirdest conversations. Hairless cats are the best. What is going on in chat right now? Shout out to the CandleMafia. You guys are wild. But let's see. 29K Bitcoin, bitter coins. Let's go. Shout out to Unique all the way. Gold is pumping. No way. Let's see. Don't go there, Frankie. All right, V-Slim. I'm out, bro. Shout out to you. V-Slim, absolute OG of the channel. Shout out to Paper Hands Moonboy says, what's the possibility that the blood diamond on the daily gets nullified? I'll tell you this. Where is this on the regular candles? This is likely, I never like to completely ignore them, but there's a good chance this has already played out, right? You might have just printed because of the bearish momentum on that candle. So there is a chance that is going to confirm, and kind of the reason why I would expect this to be kind of invalidated is because we had the 2-day blood diamond that disappeared on this strong green candle. Once we printed that strong green candle on the daily, the 2-day blood diamond disappeared, right? So when you're questioning how valid, like this is a perfect. Thank you for asking that. Who asked it? Dang it! Who asked it? I lost it. There's too many chats. But basically, when you're looking at these things and you're trying to figure out why, if this is going to confirm or not confirm, if it's going to be valid or invalidated, you can look at things like the 2-day, right? The 2-day blood diamond disappeared, kind of making me think that, if the 2-day blood diamond didn't stick around, that daily blood diamond may have just confirmed by the skin of its teeth. So I would consider this potentially invalidated, especially if you break the high, of that candle. But this is a bullish candle, guys. These are bullish candles. This one more so. You have that long wick on the bottom of your candle showing that you had a lot of buying pressure at that level and obviously going to be more of a bullish sign. And we are just pushing, baby. It's pushing. Look at the candle here. It's a bullish candle, baby. That is a bullish candle. Beautifully stuck on that POC. Beautiful support on top of that point of control. Unbelievable. Just continuing to push up here. Let's go ahead and hey, be careful. Here's the thing. It's like as soon as we pump, it's like all right, where's the next short at? 2 hour bear div invalidated. Let's see. Boom. Yep. It looks good, guys. That's a strong 4-hour candle for sure. So yeah, looking pretty good to be 100% honest with you. Again, especially with the money flow looking the way it does. And if we look at our daily VWAP ripping back to the upside, money flow crossing over into the green, we may be able to get a move up. But again, that current value area high, we'll probably get a good idea if we're going to get resistance there on the stream tonight. But if you get above that level, the next spot I would expect to go, as long as we hold above that level and above that value area low at about 28.8K is kind of the level that I look at. I just pulled this range back here, probably between slightly different candles. But I'm not going to spend time trying to get the exact range, but I know it's 28.8K, so I go ahead and move that level there. But as long as you stay above that value area low and above this value area high, the next stop is likely going to be that point of control. And then pulling up our VRVP, you can see once we get above this, basically above this daily candle, that is where you open up a pretty low volume gap up to that 30K, right? So, right, hold this level as support. Boom, you might be able to fly through this little volume gap straight up to about 30K, in which case that is going to be a big level to watch because we could potentially... Yeah, that's going to be a big level to watch because that's a big level of resistance being the POC of that previous range, as well as the psychological level of $30,000. There's probably a lot of limit orders sitting up here at that psychological level. So just be careful once we if we do approach that 30K level as we start to reject off this current value area high right now. Just looking for some potential. Yeah, I mean, nice little. I mean, I don't know if I'd be shorting in this environment right now, but you are getting a little local bear div on the 5-minute. Looking at your 12, potential bear div here, but again, money flow is fighting against you. I would not be shorting this move personally due to the money flow, right? 15-minute money flow coming back out, very, very interesting. But again, the higher time frames do still look pretty good. Your 4-hour money flow is your bullish case here, just like yesterday's stream. 4 hours, basically your bullish case. And now I would say the 12 and 16-hour may add to that bullish case as well. 16-hour green dot just started to print. Oh, baby, we might be ready for a move up, Mafia. We might be ready for a move up, but we'll have to see what happens. Let's see. Your thoughts on a Great Depression being imminent? Shout out to Harlem World. I mean, listen. I know a lot of people are expecting like a super Great Depression. I don't know. I've heard people talk about it. I don't know. It's something you can't really control, right? So I don't really worry about it. And if we go into something like that, or if we have something going on, more in the macro geopolitical space, like with different countries and stuff, maybe big booms, stuff like that. Something like that. If that happens, probably not going to be paying much attention to the charts anyway. Probably going to be more worried about survival, right? And you would probably at that point, who knows what's going to happen to the electrical grid? Who knows what's going to happen at that point? So I don't really, if that happens, it's probably going to be an emergency, and you're not really going to be worried about the markets that much anyway, especially if it's super, super bad. But hey, it's what do they say? They say about 100 years. Hey, I want you guys, I'm giving you guys homework tonight. Mafia, I'm giving you homework. If you guys have not seen The Changing World Order by Ray Dalio, go check out that video, guys. It's a free, I think it's a long video. It's a long watch, but it's so easy to understand. And Ray Dalio explains the changing world orders. And basically right now, America has peaked, right? And this is kind of what he explains in the video. America has peaked, and we are now on our way down, right? And as you're on your way down, typically, I'm acting like you guys can see me on the camera, but you can't. As one country is on its way down, there is another country on its way up, and he explains it with these arc-type animations. So as one is coming down, this is kind of where America is coming down. There are other countries coming up to steal that spot, right? And in that video, if you didn't think America was going to collapse at some point, not collapse, but lose the not being the world dominant power, watch that video. It's super, super interesting. And that's kind of makes me think of a Great Depression, right? Because if that happens, the US or the USD is not going to be the world reserve currency, and that's likely going to lead to a Great Depression. So definitely go check out that video, guys. Where's Frankie? Peekaboo. Hey, bing bong. Let's go. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. But let's see. We don't need another hero. Let's go. Shout out to Mike Bennett. Let's see. Colin, what is going on, Colin? Thank you for being here. Shout out to you. We got Dixon in the chat. But let's see. Dixon says the peak of America was when American Gladiators was on TV in the 90s. Shout out to Dixon. Yeah. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, a currency only lasts about 100 years. Yup. Yeah, exactly. The world reserve currencies only last about 100 years. They only survive about 100 years, and I think we're exceeding that right now. So definitely not a great look for America as far as being the world dominant power. But you know what? Who knows, right? This is something I can't control. All I can do is watch the charts and react and try to benefit and exploit the movement on the chart, right? So, but yeah, that's kind of what I think about the Great Depression. But guys, this is pretty interesting, right? That is what I'm looking for a continued move to the upside. Just kind of going back, if you guys remember watching the stream a week ago about, you will know we were looking at like those two ranges. One of them was gold, right? We had like a gold box. I probably still have the chart somewhere, but we had like a little bit of a gold box. It wasn't that gold. It was like that. It was like a gold box and a white box. We were up here trading around in that new value area as we expected because of how the volume profiles work, right? We ranged around up here, and then we were worried about losing this level because we knew if we lost that level, we'd likely come down to the point of control of the previous range, which is the gold box. We came down to that current POC, which is now extended. Actually, let me see where that. Let me see if I pull this back a little bit. Where was that POC eventually? Yeah, I mean, it was basically here the whole time, came right down to that POC. And as you guys know, we talk about this all the time. A lot of times when Bitcoin ranges, I'm going to spit the sauce real quick, guys. I'm going to spit the sauce. Buckle up. We're spitting the sauce. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and make a little illustration here. I'm going to teach a little bit here, right? I'm going to go ahead and let me go ahead and change these settings. I'm going to take that arrow off of our line, okay? So when you have a value area, right? When you have a value, this is how the market moves, right? The market, let's say you're ranging, right? The market has found balance. The market always looks for balance, right? But then you'll naturally get imbalance, right? So in this case, you're getting imbalance to the upside, and you're going to have that imbalance until you find balance again, and you find a fair value for Bitcoin, right? And that's why the ranges that we look at are called value areas, right? Because that's considered a balanced price for Bitcoin. Most people agree that, in this fake example, most people agree that Bitcoin should be between the fair price for Bitcoin should be between 27,558 and 27,800, we'll call it, right? And that's basically what people agree to. Okay, I think it's this is and then when you come out of your value area, or even if you come to the top of your range, you're starting to get a little bit overbought, and people are like, hey, we just got into the 28Ks. That's too expensive for Bitcoin, right? And then people start to sell it and short it back down, right? So that is balance. You have a value area. That's your value area low, value area high, and then your point of control is just the area within that range that the most volume was traded, right? So you have balance, imbalance, and then you find balance again, right? Because you can't range around forever, and then maybe you break down here. And if you don't have any, fair value for Bitcoin between this value area and this value area, most likely you will have, right, if you look at your VPVR, typically your volume will look something like this, right? You'll have a bunch of volume bars that kind of fall off, but where you're sticking to, the volume spikes out, right? And if there's no value area, right, if no one's interested in Bitcoin in between these two value areas, then there's typically a volume gap, right? Where there's very, very sparse volume until the next value area. And this will look familiar if you guys watch the show. These are, high volume nodes, right? So you have a high volume node up here. Price sticks to that high volume node because people agree that between these two prices is a fair price for Bitcoin. And then if no one's interested in the price between these two value areas and you decisively if you start to find selling imbalance to the downside, likely you are going to fall through that gap very quickly. And where are you going to get support? You're going to get it back in that same value area that you previously traded in. And the value area low, point of control, and value area high of that range is likely, all those levels will likely be respected on the way back down. And if you find balance back in that value area, those levels are going to be respected, right? And you'll start ranging around there again. Now, obviously, sometimes you will have other value areas, right? Like you could come down and find a new value area right here, so on and so forth. But by looking at the volume, this is how you're able to predict these moves. And that is how I was able to know that if we broke out of this upper range, that we were going to come down to that point of control at 28,115, right? Or, right here at about 28,100, right? You also have that high volume node there, and price will leave one value area and then go get accepted into another area of balance. But the reason I wanted to make this illustration is because sometimes what price likes to do is price will like to come down into that previous area of balance. I'm going to go ahead and make lines here. There's your value area high, value area low, and POC, right? Value area low, POC, value area high. When price comes down and gets accepted back into this value area, sometimes if you are going to get another bounce to the upside, this isn't the best example the way I drew it, but the concept remains. Well, that's funny. I did not. There is a volume gap very eerily close to where we drew it. And look what happened. Price moved very quickly through that volume gap, right? Just like we said. And what happened here? Once price moved through that gap, or I guess we're moving backwards now. Price was going up here, not backwards. But anyway, that was just kind of a little caveat or a little added rant. But once you get accepted back into this value area, basically what price likes to do sometimes is hunt out that point of control, and sometimes you can get a strong bounce off that point of control, and sometimes it can be a catalyst for a big move up, which is kind of what it's basically what looks like what's going on right now, right? Let me go ahead and get rid of these lines. That's kind of what's going on right now, right? We were in this value area. We dumped out of the value area, right? I guess we came down to the value area low, but then we came out again, back into this value area. These levels were respected again, rejected at the previous POC, rejected at the previous POC again, and then we came back down, found support on our point of control, and this may be the start of a bigger move to the upside because price likes to hunt out those high volume nodes before continuing up. So I hope that made sense to somebody out there. Hopefully it helps somebody out. It's very hard to kind of explain this stuff and grasp it really quickly. Sometimes you have to look at it a bunch of times, go through bar replay mode, see how price reacts off the volume, and you'll just kind of learn over time how price reacts to this stuff. But hopefully that helps somebody out there understand the volume profiles just a little bit more. And right now, guys, we are starting to pop through the current value area high, which would be a pretty bullish signal in my book, right? Yeah, that is looking good. Yeah, long's doing pretty decent here. Doing pretty decent. As we fly to the upside. And that's just a perfect example, guys. Now, I'm not saying we're going to 100K or anything like that, but that's just a perfect example of, when you have an expected rate hike, it could most of the time it will be priced into the market. And as long as you don't get any, surprises of a higher rate hike, a lot of times that can be very bullish for the market. And, no surprise, no news or no unknown news is good news, right? So, this is, this would be nice, right? Because we came down, came up, found a higher low on that point of control, aka a local golden pocket. We know price likes to make higher lows at these levels before continuing up. This may be the continuation of the uptrend. All right, let's go ahead and let's see. John Davis says, actually spits and teaches the sauce. Let's go. Shout out to John Davis. That's why I'm here, bro. I'm here to spit the sauce so you guys can package it up in your to-go container and, just package it up and bring it home and then microwave it. Even though microwaving Italian food is a sin, but that's okay. You got to eat it fresh or throw it away. But, sometimes you got to microwave the gabagool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this, again, that is a higher low, guys, right? Low. You got your bounce from your value area low, moved to the upside, accepted back into the range, but you got the strong bounce on the POC with the confirmation of your golden pocket 786 retracement, and boom. Hopefully Tony finds that clip that we talked about this earlier today, because we're seeing it play out almost exactly as we expected, which is why I was more worried about my short, which I 100%. Oh, my God. She's so close. She's so close, guys. It's kissing it. It's kissing the stop loss. No, don't stop me out. Don't stop me out. Come on. Come on. No, guys, we're going to get stopped out live here. We're getting stopped out live. Hey, better than liquidated live, right? And this is the power of risk management, guys. We're going to lose this trade. Oh, there she goes. Bing bong. I guess we got to, what do we do? Yeah, we got stopped out. I mean, I guess we don't throw it in the air, right? We just throw it on the floor. Money out the window. Garbage, baby. Garbage. Stopped out of the short. But the good thing is I got stopped out in a profit, right? Or break even. I think I made 20 cents. And she's pushing. She's pushing, guys. Let's go. Let's go. She's pushing. Let's get it. All right. She's pushing. Go down to the lower time frame. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. She's pushing. She's pushing. Where's the volume at? Where's the volume at? Where is the volume? Oh, boy. We could push up to 30K here, guys. If we could flip this high volume node, pretty big volume fall off, right? Pretty big fall off in volume. I hope we get to see this live, because if we could hop on top of that POC, that might be your quick move up to 30K, just like you had a quick move up to 30K right here, and right here. You had the quick move up and the quick move down. So don't forget, you could go up and then fall right back through. Again, right here, bing bong, low volume gap. We already filled all these single prints that Darren was talking about. Filled that low volume gap. Easy way to spot that stuff. And oh, there, guys, this is the sauce, baby. This is the sauce, right? Look, we were just talking about the volume gap giving us a quick move to the upside likely. Breaking this level here at 28.8K was likely going to give us a quick move up, to this value area high or the next highest volume node, which is where we're tapping exactly right now. What happened? What happened when we fell into the low volume area? Ripped to the upside. Quick move up through the gap, just like we were showing earlier today, or not earlier today, earlier in the stream a few minutes ago. Quick move down, quick move up. Oftentimes that happens, and now you guys have seen it live on the Frankie Candles live stream. There you go, baby. Bing bong. Who? Where? Bing bong. Me. Now. Let's go. Let's see. We can't see. Chart in your... Oh, my God. We're not showing the chart. Are we not showing the chart? Oh, God. What a scam, guys. That was the sauce, too. What happened here? Let's look at it again. Volume gap, 28.8K, that level we were just looking at, saying if we could break these highs, likely going to be a quick move up to the next high volume node through the gap. What happened, guys? Quick move. And we just looked at it earlier on the stream. Quick move up likely will result in a quick move down, will likely result in a quick move up if you could crack that level or get into that volume gap again. And we circled this. We also looked at this move and this move. And that just goes to show when you fall through those gaps, it is a quick move up and down. And that's, again, an easy way to see where those single prints are. And again, very, very powerful strategy to use, or not really strategy, but a very powerful tool to look at when you're trading to know if you're going to get that big move to the upside, right? That's why I cranked the leverage on my long, because I knew if we cracked that 28.8K level, I was likely cranking that leverage at a very, very good area where I was likely not going to get wrecked. I was likely going to get deep into profit, right? Because we had that volume gap there. All we had to do is crack it, get that quick move up. And just like we just saw that happen live, guys, if we could hop on top of this high volume node, this is what I was talking about when you guys couldn't see the screen. Once you get above this high volume node, we do have another gap, essentially, pretty high up here, at least getting to your POC at about 30K, or your previous point of control at about 30K. But please understand here that gap actually does kind of go a little bit further than that. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so it's easier to see, right? Hop on top of this high volume node. Boom, 29.8, probably going to give you a little bit of a battle, but 30K is going to be likely if you can get a move up above this high volume node. It is likely going to shoot through that gap, just like we shot through this gap live. We just shot through that gap. Just like that happened, it is likely going to happen up to 30K. But first, we have to get above that point of control. So she's pushing, baby. She's pushing live. Are we going to flip this current value area high to support? Hopefully we can. And then that could be the move to the upside. Absolutely playing out live here, guys. Love it when this happens. Bears got wrecked, flat smack. Dang right, baby. You just saw me get wrecked live, except I got stopped out at break even, so I didn't really get wrecked, but I got stopped out. Shout out to the 867 people in here, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure, where there's multiple chances to win a giveaway. And, guys, I forgot the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. It's in the fridge. I got to go get the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water, but I'm actually just going to suck down some water really quick. And then let's go ahead. I think we've been, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. And then let's go ahead and move on into the alts. Let's see. Samsung, shout out to Samsung. Let's go. Samsung says, how do you differentiate between a legitimate gap in the volume profile and one that is a result of market manipulation or other factors? Help me understand. Well, that's a great question, Samsung. You may not be able to tell the difference. There would be ways to see if there's manipulation. I mean, if you're looking at a candlestick chart, you can look for things such as yellow X's. Typically, yellow X's will typically signal manipulation to the downside. So you can see here we got manipulation to the downside, which makes a lot of sense because it looked like someone wanted to push it down to fill some orders that they had before getting that big next move to the upside. So it makes a lot of sense that we got that manipulation to go down before the next big leg up. Somebody wanted to fill these orders. That is basically what's happening there, guys. But you'll see here that did create a gap in the volume, right? So if you're looking at something like this, there's really no way to see. You're assuming this is manipulation off that yellow X, but that move down, if it's fast enough, is going to create that volume gap, regardless, right? And if we go into bar replay mode real quick before we ranged around right here, likely that was a pretty gnarly gap, right? So if I zoom out a little bit here, yeah, you can see that whole move down, this whole move down created this nasty gap here, but there's really no way to tell by looking at the volume if it was manipulation. A gap, regardless of what pushes the price down, that gap is going to be created in the volume, right? So you could try to figure out what moves the price if you're looking at something like exo charts or Coinalyze. You could look at the shorts and the longs, opening and closing. You could look at liquidation levels, something like that. But other than that, there's really no way to tell by looking at the volume, because even if it is manipulation, you're likely going to see that. You're likely going to see that. You're going to see that gap no matter what, right? It doesn't matter what's moving the price. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, as we did get a bounce off of that. And guys, this is why we said we were not going to get bearish at the bottom of this head and shoulders. This is exactly why. If you guys have been watching the stream for the past week, we even talked about it on Thursday and Friday, I believe. That's why we were not getting bearish at this head and shoulders pattern, because typically, let's just go ahead and draw this out, right? So you have your left shoulder, your head, and then you have your right shoulder here, right? And we were looking at this, and we were talking about how we're not getting overly bearish, right? We're not shorting at support here. I was not short. We were saying, do not short here. Right? Do not short on the breakdown of this level, because likely you're going to get some form of a bounce off that level. So if we were talking about if we came down to this level, really what we would be looking for is longs back up to the value area high, which is essentially where we're approaching it right now, right? We're approaching, so we're looking, this is the point of control, right? So we weren't getting bearish until you got a decisive break of the POC and can't get it back above that level. That's where you're expecting the move down to that value area low. But when you get to this level, this is technically a support level, even though it's not the bottom of the range. I don't like trading in the middle of the range. I don't like taking long positions off the POC, unless I have what we were looking at 5 minutes ago, where you have clear value areas, right? Where I have, a range up here with price ranging around, and I know that I have a previous range, say right here, and I know there's a POC, and I'm expecting the breakdown to come to that POC. Maybe whatever pattern you're looking at, you can estimate that you're going to move it down here. If I know I'm moving into a clear value area to tap that POC, maybe I would be looking to take a long there, kind of like on Bitcoin, right? If we take a look at Bitcoin real quick, let me just pull up the other one that we were looking at. Again, kind of like what happened here, where you're ranging around in this white box, which is a value area. You lose the value area. Well, you lost the value area, came to the value area low. But here, you lost the value area and put in a higher low. If you bounced off this POC, the reason I would be okay taking a long here is because if you pull your fib, you know that it's possible to make that higher low here on your 786 golden pocket retracement. It just happens to line up with your POC. So I'm not really thinking of it as a long from the POC at this point. I'm thinking of it as a longing a higher low off that golden pocket retracement, right? So hopefully that makes sense. I know that might have been a little bit wordy, but continuing on, that's basically, if this is, this is a perfect learning experience for the Mafia. This is what we've been talking about, right? Do not get bearish at the lows. You can't get bearish at the lows because it's likely to get a bounce, even if the head and shoulders plays out. It was likely to get a bounce here, which is why I was not getting bearish. I would have been looking for longs here, but I was already in my ETH long, so I wasn't looking here. And I also don't like to trade the I also don't like to trade the POCs, right? Typically. Doesn't mean you can't. Doesn't mean you can't be massively profitable by longing on POCs or shorting POCs. I just typically, for my own style of trading, which doesn't mean if you long and short POCs or trade in the middle of the range that you're wrong. It's just higher probability trades when you come up to the actual highs or lows of the range. Because again, when you come up to your value area high, you could think of this as overbought. And I would rather short an overbought level rather than middle of a range, right? Because you could kind of bing bong around on these POCs a little bit. So, and then you could see here, right? You come up, you come down, you come up, you come down, you come down, you come up, right? But again, you can see there were plenty of profitable trades here on your POC. And at that point, what I would do there is I wouldn't even look at this as a massive range. I would just pull a new range, right? I would just pull a local range where likely these are your highs and these are your lows, right? If I unextend this, there you go. Now your highs are up here and your lows are up there. Your lows are down here and your highs are up here. Plenty of room to short this, long this, short this, long this, short this. And that's how we do it, right? That's why I use the volume profiles, because trading in the ranges raises the probability of you winning the trades, because it gives you context into what you're looking at, right? But, when you're looking at this would have been longing the middle of the range, right? So hopefully that makes sense to some people. But anyway, approaching that value area high at about $1,930. That is going to be a key level to watch, being that it is your value area high. If we could flip this level to support, I would look for a move into this golden pocket at about $2,000, which is, you could kind of think of this as the $30,000 level on Bitcoin, because not only is it a golden pocket, it is also your psychological level of about $2,000. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this head and shoulders. And for anybody who was wondering, that head and shoulders, if it did break down, or if it does wind up breaking down, because this still could be a massive shoulder, I would be looking for that to, if you get the full technical target of that breakdown, I would be looking at 1550, which is a very key level for Ethereum and has been for a very long time. And it's a local value area low from a previous range, as well as a spider line here, and you have this high volume node as well, right? So a decent bit of confluence at that 1550 level if this winds up breaking down at some point. But right now we're pumping, baby, so let's get the Bears out of the conversation. Shout out to Tony D for that $5 super chat. That must be the Ray Dalio video, I assume. Let the people know, Tony. Shout out to Tony D. Thank you so much for doing that, bro. Or is that the clip? That's the clip, guys. That's the clip. Hang on. I probably said it a couple times, and I wonder if... Hang on. Let's see. I might be wrong, guys. I might have not even... I may have not even... called this, right? But let's go ahead and oh god, I hope I'm always get nervous sharing my full screen, guys, because I'm always afraid that there's going to be like personal information that I'm not aware of is on screen. And although I would love to have you guys all have my personal email, I just would probably have to delete the email after it was seen. So I'm just going to make this full screen, and let's see what happened here. Let's see what happened. Hopefully I was right and I don't embarrass myself. But let's see. And you got to bounce back up to the highs, and then you got to rip back down to the lows, and then you're back at the highs, right? So I just wanted to explain that for anybody new who's watching. It's a very kind of simple explanation of how these volume profiles work and why we look for shorts at the highs and longs at the lows, right? We talked about this yesterday with this head and shoulders, and just the blood diamonds were popping up everywhere. The bearish signs were there, but we were warning everybody, don't get overly bearish just yet, right? Because we're not losing critical support yet. Oh wait, no, he stamped it wrong, but this is what I was just talking about, not getting overly bearish at the lows. But there we go, guys. I don't know. I'm kind of lost in chat at this point, but he time-stamped it wrong. It's okay. It's all right, Tony. Don't go crazy. But yeah, that was still that kind of coincidental that's exactly what we're talking about right now. But yeah, not getting overly bearish on ETH at that head and shoulders, or Bitcoin on the head and shoulders either. Again, looking for longs at those lows. And hey, like I said, I was already in my long position, so I did not look for that long. However, what was the confirmation here? I'll try to find out what that confirmation was for you guys. And yeah, let's see. Zoom in a bit. I'm going to get rid of this circle because it's going to get bigger and bigger as we zoom in. Looking at your 15-minute, you did get that bull div, right? You had that bull div. I feel like I might have talked about this. At this point, guys, I was just live for 2 hours, so I feel like I looked at this earlier today. But anyway, you got that bull div into your point of control in this Example, the point of control, this was not a value area low. However, it was still a strong level of support. But you did get that 15-minute bull div with your money flow, making a higher low and cruising to the upside. And then once you get that money flow crossover into the green, which was likely in line with a 4-hour green dot. Let's go ahead and check the 4 hour, see if you have the green dot. Oh, God, I don't know which line it was. Assume it's probably this line, which is, yeah. Let's see. There it is. Yes, very close to being right on that green dot. But a lot of times when you get that 15-minute money flow crossover and that green dot on the 4 hour, that is the start of that big move up. And you did have your slight bull div. Slight bull div on, like, the slightest of bull divs on your 4 hour time frame. Slight AF, guys. Slight AF. Look at that angle, like barely an angle on that. Right? You have to kind of zoom in to see that. So you had a slight bull div on the 4 hour as well. Where is it? Right here. Boom. Right? Slight bull div on the 4 hour. Bang. You come right to the upside. So next level of resistance I will be looking at again is going to be, if we can get above this red line here, break into this somewhat of this low volume gap, I will look for a move up to about $2,000 where you're likely going to find some heavy resistance. And what happens if we... What happens? Can we zoom out and find that same area of consolidation on ETH? Let me pull up another ETH chart here, guys. I want to see something. If we go here and we zoom out, right, resize the chart, and let's see if we can pull that previous range, which is like, yeah, it's going to be like right here, right? So I'm going to pull this range real quick to see if we can find that upper value area from May of 2022 like we did on Bitcoin. Let's see. Go ahead and unextend this. Boom. All right, so I'll take these levels. I'm gonna pull another range as well, though. I'm gonna pull it from here. Let's pull it all the way, and I'm gonna go ahead and make these white lines so we know the difference. Just experimental here, guys. And I'm just gonna value area. Okay, so yeah, and you can see these levels are respected even though we're pulling this value area low all the way from May of 2022. Look how important this level of support is. It's the neckline of the Head and Shoulders that we were just looking at. So don't be afraid to look left, guys. Look left. Most of what you're looking for, all the key levels you're looking for, look left. That's where they're lying, right? Go pull some volume, right? Pull some volume on this range. Be experimental. Use bar replay mode and go back to the last bull run and do this and see if price respected those levels months ahead, right? Because obviously they're going to, right? I mean, all support and resistance levels, if you look left, are respected at some point, right? So we pull this range right here. When we come up to these levels, guys, when we come up to these levels, you can bet your bottom dollar that more likely than not, this is going to be a pretty important level. It is the value area low of this big range that we traded in. This is also going to be a pretty big level because you have your POC and your value area high up here, right? So this is likely going to be respected levels if we get a big move to the upside. And you can see we have this gap right here, in which case, if we continue up on Ethereum, which obviously we're a bit far away, but if we could break these previous highs that we were in or that we created back here in April, we could hop up here, flip this to support, fly through this gap, and it's going to bring you right to this high volume node, aka this value area low from May of 2022. Right? This is likely going to get respected. That's where these Bitcoin levels came from. This is how I found these Bitcoin levels when we got that big breakout. That's how I was able to spot that we were going to get a move up to this level, and it's how I knew to look for shorts at this level. Once we got these bearish confirmations at the value area high, the previous value area high from this area of consolidation, that's why I looked to short that level. And that's how we were able to put that setup in the premium Discord to short the actual top. It was all because I was looking at these old levels from back here. And they are definitely respected because that point of control at 30K is a monumental level that we've been absolutely smacking our head against. Look left for these levels, guys. This is the sauce. Let's go. Bing bong. I'm fired up today, guys. I'm fired up today. You give me two-hour streams in one day. Maybe we'll end this one early, so maybe it'll be like 3.5 hours. I don't know. But you give me 2 streams, guys, and I'm going to take it away. All right, let's see. Slinging the sauce. Shout out to Hope E. I appreciate you. Absolute OG of the channel. Mr. T Crypto, we're going to get into the alts right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on here. So there you go. Starting with that Ethereum. That's basically what I would be looking for. Went on a little bit of a tangent here, but I don't go on pointless tangents, guys. I go on tangents that are going to come in handy when we break out, right? When Ethereum breaks out from these highs, you could come back to these levels and be like, hey, we're probably going to fly through some of these gaps. Obviously, you do have some levels in between here. You have a high volume node right here at about 23.3. You got a little bit of a high volume node basically where we rejected at about 2100. So you do have some intermediate levels, but for the most part, that is going to be a key level to look for, right? So now you guys have it. So my rants, they might be, a little hype, a little energetic, but they are not useless. That is for dang sure. And there you go. I probably shouldn't be giving away all this, but hey, we do it. We do it for the mafia, baby. But anyway, that's what I would be expecting for ETH, guys. Back down to the regular levels. So yeah, if we do, again, that breakdown of the neckline was not where we were getting super bearish. If we do continue up, I will be looking up towards that $2,000 level, which is that golden pocket that we were just looking at. That's going to be that next major level I am looking to get some resistance on. So, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and look at that, guys. You just pull a little range here, confluence, right? You got your node here, your low volume gap, your value area low from this range we traded in up here comes in perfect confluence with that $2,000 level. So definitely be watching that. You have a golden pocket, value area low, you have a spike in volume, many reasons to watch this level on Ethereum. There you go, guys. There you go. Donato Cabrera hit me with a hashtag value. I appreciate that, brother. Throw those altcoins in chat, guys, and we will start taking a look at them. And don't forget to smash that like button because your boy Frankie Candles is over here sweating. I know you guys can't see me, but look at me. I'm glistening. I'm glistening in those lights. And it's not a good glisten, guys. It's a sticky glisten. Anyway, continuing on here. Let's see. Trey Blake says, Frankie, my boss caught me pulling my fib at work. We made an awkward eye contact. What do I do? Hey, I would just go ahead and quit the job and start trading, man. Or just trade full time. I'm just kidding. I don't recommend you quit your job to become a trader unless you are already a profitable trader for an extended period of time. I know a lot of people say all or nothing. I don't really believe in that. I would keep your job until you're making more money trading than at your job. Because if you get wrecked, you're going to need that income to continue your learning, right? So, but let's go ahead and continue on here, taking a look at some of these altcoins. Rob the Crypto Snob will go ahead and count up the votes and let me know what we're looking at tonight. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at one of the altcoins that were hinted in the title, or in the title and the thumbnail, which is obviously going to be Sui, guys. Sui is all the rage right now. It's all the rage. And if you guys were in the morning stream today, or the FOMC stream, you guys will know that we were looking at this golden pocket. We were looking at this golden pocket. We were looking at this and this golden pocket. We came down, kissed the 786, very similar to what we were looking at on Bitcoin, right? We got our low, a rip up, a cool off to that golden pocket 786 retracement to put in that higher low, and then we continued our move to the upside. And now we are currently fighting within our value area right here. Held our POC. Are we going to break out of this value area high and continue upward? I hope not. I haven't bought in yet. So hopefully we could get a move back down to our value area low. If we could get a move back down to our value area low here, guys, which is coming in right here at about $1.32. This would potentially be an area. This white box could potentially be an area that I would be looking to buy some Sui. And I mean accumulate it on spot, not necessarily looking for degenerate leverage trades, but I would actually like to potentially accumulate some of this down here at this white box at about $1.32. I would actually really love it to come back into the $1.20 level, but may not get it here. I was looking at it earlier today as we were breaking down out of this little bull pennant here, thinking, hey, we might break down out of this. I'm going to buy it when it dumps, and then it just ripped back up and wound up breaking out of the bull pennant as they typically do. Bull pennants typically break to the upside, obviously. So, but yeah, I am looking. This is a pretty bearish looking candle, at least on the 10-minute chart. But looking for a potential loss of that point of control. Yeah, hoping we get accepted back into this value area. And you do technically You do technically have a little bit of a bear div there. So hopefully we can come back down, break this POC, move our way back down to about the value area low at about $1.32, in which case I may be looking to accumulate. Doesn't mean that BTC tanking. Let's see. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I wouldn't say tanking, but yeah, a little cool off. I'll take it. Too bad I got stopped out of my short, right? But yeah, continuing on here, yeah, I would look for a break at this point of control. If we could break down below $1.36, I'd look for a bigger move down. And a big if here, guys, if we could get back down here, I will look to be accumulating potentially. And hey, maybe we'll get into a degenerate long position too if the opportunity presents itself. But looking for another 15-minute red dot. Actually, not very often we can say this, but it's actually going to be the second ever 15-minute red dot ever on SUI. So hopefully this can bring us right back down here. I would love that. But yeah, other than that, kind of hard to project what's going to happen here. 12-minute red dot printing. Very hard to tell how high this momentum wave would have come up, but potentially could be your first 12-minute bear div. If this wave was indeed going to be that high, this could be a 15-minute bear div. There you go. Lower highs on your momentum waves, higher highs on your price action. 12-minute red dot printing, 15-minute red dot looking to print. But again, this is very, very speculative here because there's no information back here. So, there she goes. She's pushing down. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at on SUI. Again, this level is coming in between $1.32 and $1.31, looking to potentially accumulate some back down there. And then let me go ahead and pull this fib. Yeah, that white box is that value area low starting. Yeah, this range, these two, $1.32 to about $1.31.9 is going to be, if we can make it down there, I will be looking for trades, spot trades and potentially leverage trades if we're going to be little degenerates on this on the stream here. All right, let's see. No, Angel is cool. The Discord is 100% still a thing. You definitely, I don't know. It's unless you gotta really act up in the Discord to get booted. I doubt you got booted. Hey Tony, can you help out? Angel is cool. Angel is cool. Reach out to Tony D in Discord and ask him, and we'll try to figure out what happened to you. We'll get you back in there. Might be a bug or something like that. You might have left. Yeah, we'll help you out, Angel. Don't worry. I doubt you were toxic in there. It's really the only way to get kicked out of there is to be outrageously toxic. There's no way. You would have been warned first. You wouldn't have just gotten booted unless you did some crazy stuff. And even when people do crazy stuff, we try to be as realistic as possible. Be like, hey, man, please don't do that. And then sometimes people will just go back in and just do the same thing. And then it's like, all right, fine. We tried, dude. We're trying to help you, man. We want you here. That's the thing. We want you here. We want to hang out with you. But, sometimes we had some people do some crazy stuff in there. But anyway, continuing on, we can take a look at Rose. Did we get those? There we go. Let's take a look at ADA. Taking a look at Cardano. Hey, baby, look at the pop ski on ADA. Woo, baby. Look at this thing go. And then you go to the 5-hour, and it's just like pop. But yeah, pretty nice here. Nice little bull div printing on your 5-hour. 4-hour bull div printing as well with your money flow coming up. 2-hour money flow kind of flat. Taking a look at the 1-hour. Money flow curving to the upside. 45-minute. 45-minute money flow creeping up as well. What's the 12 and the 16-hour? Oh, baby. 16-hour money flow. Back in the green. Printing a green dot. Your 45-minute money flow and your 1-minute money flow, 1-hour money flow are coming to the upside. Looking pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. Cardano. Oh, baby, Cardano. So, yeah, that's your bullish case is definitely lying on the 45-minute money flow, about to cross into the green. If we get that crossover into the green, I will potentially look to long this. But that 4-hour bull div is looking pretty saucy as well. Yeah, this is, let's see. Might be able to get a move up from this, to be honest with you. Because, guys, it's not just a bull div, right? We're not just blindly longing bullish divergences. You got the money flow cruising to the upside as well. So we can get that crossover into the green. That would be a pretty bullish sign. VWAP on the daily coming up. Money flow slightly ticking up here as well. Looks like, you did have a little bit of a head and shoulders, a little bit of shampoo there. And, yeah, that is, yeah. This is why we don't get bearish at the lows, guys, even if there is a bearish pattern. Thesis himself said, if I haven't been booted yet, then you're good. Shout out to Thesis. Thesis, yeah, we can't boot you, bro. Come on. Come on, Thesis. We ain't going to boot you, brother. But yeah, it's, like I said, we're trying to be as realistic as possible. Like, even if there's drama in the Discord, I know the mods do their best to, try to work with people. Like, hey, man, like, listen, I know, like, we want you here. Just please don't do that again. Here, this is a warning. Like, we like you. And then sometimes, I mean, it's very rare, but, sometimes people come in out of nowhere and just, like, come in hot. And we're like, hey, it's not that kind of Discord. And usually they're like, oh, okay, my bad. I thought it was. We're like, oh, no, it's not. And they're like, okay, cool. And then they're good. But sometimes they just be going wild. All right, let's see. Oh, no. We're not just going to. If you don't use the Discord for a couple days, you're not going to get booted. Not at all. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. Something probably went wrong there, Angel. We'll figure it out. All right, let's continue on here with Ada. Yeah, Ada looking pretty good. Ada looking pretty good right now. All right. But, yeah, 4-hour bull div. I mean, hey. I don't like long and green candles. But, this might be one of those situations where you don't really get much of a chance for a retrace. Take a look at the 2-hour. Bull div confirmed. I mean, yeah, nothing goes up forever. I mean, if we start mooning, I'm not going to FOMO into a position here. But, let's assume that's the top. I would look potentially, if we do get a pullback here, I would look probably in this area for a potential pullback. A little bit of a retest and then a potential continuation to the upside, right? You got your golden pocket as well as your POC right in there. That's kind of where I assumed it was going to be. So it's, again, might be a situation where I don't like longing in the middle of a range, but if you get a move down here, just because this is going to be the golden pocket that you'd be looking at to make your higher low at, maybe looking along that, right? So I'd keep an eye on there. Eye on that, and then again, your 4-hour money flow crossing over into the green would be a real good signal that you're going to come to the upside. 90-minute money flow working its way up as well as your daily VWAP. Yeah, we'll see what happens in about an hour. If you could print a daily green dot, this might start looking pretty good. And then again, your 12 and your 16-hour green dots with your money flow is your next bullish case. There are reasons to be bullish on ADA right now. So, yeah. And you've kind of been in this little accumulation zone for a bit now. Take a look at the 2-hour. Yeah, you just kind of been bing-bonging around here. Might be time to break out to some higher prices for Cardano. I hope so. I sure hope so. So there you go. And then if we pull this little bit more of a macro range, yeah, that point of control stays right there, right? So we come down. I would look to because if you look at the more macro range, guys, POC is in that same gold box. So if you're looking at the macro range, you're not leaving the value area. You're in this macro value area, and if you pull back into that POC, that would kind of be what you want. You want to come down, test that POC as support, then continue up. Next stop likely, next major stop would likely be 40 cents. You got that, that psychological resistance at that level, and you do have this little high volume node. It's also likely the value area low of this range. We can go ahead and test that real quick before we move on. And there you go, right? That value area low coming in right at that level as well. So these are some levels I would look at on Cardano, right? This box as your next major level of resistance between about 39 and 40 cents. And then for your retracement and a potential long position, if the confirmations present themselves, coming in right here at about between about 0.387 and 0.384 cents. So there you go. Kind of exciting for Cardano. Not going to lie, guys. I'm not going to lie. But let's continue on here. Moving on to our next altcoin, which is going to be XRP. All right, let's continue on. Oh, did we put a little... God. I wish I knew why we put this stuff, right? Like, did we draw this morning, or is this from last night's stream? I think this might be from last night's stream. I don't remember. If you guys remember, let me know in the chat. We just look at so much stuff. But let's see. Taking a look at your 4-hour, no bull div, green dot printing, money flow skirting back up towards that zero line. And, something to realize here, guys, is we did spend some time in the red here. So, oftentimes... obviously, in a bear market, you're going to spend more time in the red than the green. However, Typically, you know, what happened here? We spent a good amount of time in the green, and then it was time to come into the red. And, you know, we faked out into the green a couple times. But because we spent so much time here in the green, you might have been expecting a bigger red wave to eventually come in, and then bang, you got it. You got that big dump down, and then we kind of just ranged around down here. Kind of the same deal. Big red wave. We might bing bong around a little bit, but eventually it might be time to come into a bigger green wave at some point soon. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to Apples Up North. Said last night's stream, I think. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see. What were we probably looking at? We were probably looking at a divergence, if I had to guess. Let's see. It was probably, we lower lows on our price. I don't see the divergence. There's no divergence, though, which is interesting. Was it on the 2 hour? The 1 hour? Huh. I mean, we were definitely looking at these lower lows. Was it on the daily, potentially? That's what it was. No. Was it? No, it was not. Was it? I don't know. I think it was from last night's stream. But either way, guys, you know, that would have worked out if you saw that. I don't know. We could have drawn that 5 minutes ago for all I know. But let's see. Taking a look at our daily time frame here. Oh, my God. Look at that. Look at these 2 daily candles, guys. I like to call these screaming eagles, guys. These are screaming eagles. These are bullish candles. Now, I would like this to have almost no wick on the top. I'm kidding, guys. I just made up Screaming Eagle. These are basically bullish hammer candles. Essentially, guys, with your candle patterns, a bullish hammer is when you have a small body with a long wick on the bottom, aka a hammer, right? It's like looks like a hammer. And this is a bullish sign, right? Because this is showing you that the bears tried to push the price down and the bulls just ate it all up like macaroni, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you just ate up all that price, and you got it here, you got it here, and then like look at all these long wicks just eating up those, all those bears, right? All the bulls just swallowing up, gobbling up those bears, and these are bullish candles for sure. Some of the most bullish candles I've seen in a while. Doesn't mean it's definitely going to blast off, but definitely a better sign, way more of a bullish sign than a bearish sign. If you're looking at your wicks, if you like to pull your divergences from your wicks, you could potentially call that a divergence on your daily, but I don't really typically look at them like that. I like to pull my divergences from the bodies of the candle. This thing is pushing. Let's go. Let's go, XRP Army. Let's get it. I guess we might have been looking at the exaggerated divergence because that's basically what you have here with your flat, your equal lows on market cipher B with your lower lows on your price into this blue box. Yeah, this was from last night because I remember drawing the range with the white box here. That's where you're looking along. When did this happen? This was this morning at 10 a.m. Okay, wow. All right, well, there you go. Likely a pool of liquidity underneath here, guys. So, we should get into that. I'm probably going to make a video tomorrow talking about either liquidity pools or swing failure patterns, and we're just going to talk about the market grabbing liquidity. So I think I'm probably going to record something like that tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. Probably going to release it over the weekend. Nice move up. Our next expected price target for XRP would be about 47 cents. In which case, we would have to hold that point of control at about 46 cents. If we could hold that level, I would look for a push up to about 47 cents on XRP. Beautiful, beautiful exaggerated divergence here. Again, a little sweep of those lows, a sweep into that white box to that 786, right? Right into that 786 level before the bounce. So, again, next level of resistance, 47 cents. If we can get above there, I would look for a push up to about 0.474 cents, about 47.5 cents. So there you go. Taking a look at the daily green dot. VWAP is rolling to the upside. That would be a more of a bullish sign. And then, you're getting your potential green dot on your 12-hour. 10-hour looking for the green dot. And then your 6 hours got it. Does your 8-hour have it? 8-hour looking for the green dot currently. And your money flow. Okay, there. This is your bull signal, right? If the money flow crosses over into the green right here, right? Money flow crossover could equal up, 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 up. So let's see. Because we have that 8-hour green dot. 30-minute money flow crossover into the green with your 8-hour green dot could potentially give you a big move to the upside. Money flow on the 8-hour is not too convincing, but that could turn around quickly if we start getting a big move up. But again, really all you're looking at here is your range, right? You have your lows down here, your highs up here. So just keeping an eye on that range. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Dave Digital says, Andrew Schultz says the white stuff does what it's supposed to. I don't know what that means, Dave. Shout out to you. I'm always lost. Shout out to Enzo Mining. Yeah, I only get to see like 1 out of every 780 chats. So shout out to Dave, though. Shout out to Enzo Mining in the house. What is going on, bro? Yeah, Tony D is a bad man. That is for sure. Dragonfly. Go for Fox 2. This is Dragonfly. Go for Fox 2. This is Wolfden sending it. FC, Candleman, reporting in. Come in. Shout out to Dixon, said, Frankie Candles, I'm up just over $600 on your hex call from yesterday's TA. Not going to lie, I went all in, a D-Gen long. Your analysis matched mine, so I jumped in. Thank you. Shout out to Dixon. I'm pinning it, bro. I can't pin it because we got the alts up there. But hey, shout out to Dixon. I'm not even going to say his full name, but shout out to Dixon, bro. We're going to throw some money for you. Let's go. As you guys know, these are never trade signals. This is just me doing some TA on the charts, letting you guys know what I think. But you should never make decisions based off of that. That's why Dixon said that, my TA matched his TA, so he made the decision based off of his TA. But shout out to you, bro. Glad we were able to take a look at Hex yesterday for you. Let's go. Bing bong. Shout out to Dixon. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. Gold all new. Oh, what? What? Gold new all-time high. What? I used to have gold saved here. Let's see. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? Let's look. Dang, I was gonna. Where's the FEMEX chart? Hang on. Let's pull up FEMEX real quick, guys. I was gonna long gold on FEMEX, and it's been something I've been looking at for quite some time. Just like probably not a bad idea, but let's. Here we are. Where is she? There she is. Boom. Oh my God, 2,000. Hang on. Is it official? Oh, boy. Okay. Now, it might be different on different exchanges. Yeah, $2,000. Absolutely incredible. Shout out to Creighton. Thank you for pointing that out, bro. Dang, I should have longed this thing at 1,600. What a brutal thing. Yeah, well, there you go. You can't catch everything, guys. You can't catch everything. I'm sharing my screen, right? I am not sharing my screen. But there you go. There's gold. Bang, baby. 2,068, baby. 2,068. Let's see. Can we take an in-depth look at Frank next? Hey, shout out to Bailey Armstrong, guys. We got Ben's brother in the chat. Shout out to Bailey. I appreciate you for being here, bro. Let's see. Should I sell my gold chain now? Yeah, shout out to Dixon. Yeah, bring it to a pawn shop. They'll buy it. Let's see. I want a shirt with the FRP dump chart on it. Let's go. Shout out to Alexander. Let's see. Yeah, Coors Light says trash. Let's see. All right. Let's go ahead and continue on with these altcoins, guys. But shout out to gold. Shout out to all those gold bugs out there. Oh, she's pumping, baby. She's pumping. Shout out to gold. Long's doing well. Can't complain. All right, let's continue on, guys. All right, so yeah, on XRP, guys, not looking too bad. Looking for that 8-hour green dot and 30 and 24-minute money flow crossover if you can get it. Obviously, we're pretty overbought here on the lower time frame, so a cool-off would not be uncommon. But be careful. So just be careful of that. But these VWAPs, on the higher time frames are starting to flip up, so we could potentially make it up to those two last previously mentioned prices at about 46.5. At about 47 and 47.5 cents. And then once you start cracking those levels, guys, little bit of a gap all the way back up to, these ranges up here. But let's go ahead and continue on here. ADD Dad in the house. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. He says, it's kind of weird. Anytime I use my TA, I lose, But when I match my TA with Frankie's, I win. Well, hey, all I ask is that you don't make decisions based off my TA. You're allowed to compare your TA to my TA all you want. And then if you want to make decisions based off of your TA compared to my TA, then that is a totally different story. I'm just saying don't blindly long because a lot of times I look at hypothetical situations and I can imagine people just tuning in being like, oh my God, he put a position tool, he put a position in on XRP. And, like, we could be joking around like, hey, guys, if we bounce off that POC, a lot of people think we're going to $10,000, right? And I'll pull the thing all the way up to $10,000 as a joke. And then someone tunes in and they're like, oh, my God, he put a setup. I'm going to get in. That's it. And then, obviously, it's not going to go to $10,000, and they're going to be very upset. So, just, you guys get it. You guys get it. Just do your own TA. Make your own decisions. But it's okay to, compare and contrast, if you know what I'm saying. But let's continue on. I think we go down in the next couple of days, starting tomorrow probably. Shout out to Steven Atwell. Not impossible. And once we wrap up the altcoins, guys, I will go ahead and take a look at the bearish case as well. Because, anything can happen. So we got to be prepared in either direction. But, yeah, we'll take a look at that bearish case as well. Shout out to Steven Atwell. Thank you for being here, bro. I'm going to change my middle name to Confluence. Let's go. Shout out to Dixon. But, yeah, guys, that's what I'm thinking on XRP. But let's go ahead and take a look at Hex. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Where's she at? There she is. Yeah, I don't even remember what we said was. Oh, I guess this is what we said was going to happen. Yeah, all right. That's, let's see. What were we looking at? It really is discombobulating, guys, because, like, I literally look at hundreds and hundreds of altcoins every single day. Every single day. So it's really hard to remember. That's why I love when we still have these lines set up. So according to my line, guys, we are probably going to cool off a bit here, which actually wouldn't be unlikely because you're getting a 2-hour bear div printing here. So, yeah, we might cool off here. Dang, I'm going to leave this line here. Obviously, nobody can predict, right? If this comes down here and follows my line, guys, obviously, that is, that's luck of the draw, right? Like, no one's going to guess exactly what price action is going to do, but I'm going to leave it there for fun, and we'll see what happens. But let's see. Oh, look at that VWAP flip. VWAP flip on the 1 hour. You got the red dot. You got the bearish divergence, but it's the bulls just stepped on it. We may continue pumping here, guys. Take a look at your 30-minute. VWAP cooling off. Looking for that 30-minute bear div. Yeah, you may cool off a bit here on Hex. Let's see. Let's come down to the micro time frames. I'm going to turn on those Heikanashis. Let's see. Let me see something here. Oh, God. Does anybody know where I can short Hex? Like a degenerate. I've never shorted Hex before. I've never been on live television before. And Grandpa likes to watch the Powerball. Let's see. Coinbase is suspending trading on Gala ahead of the V2 upgrade sell signal. John Wick. Oh, boy. That is scary. Bears, Bulls, Bagel Blaster. Shout out to Crypto Crabman. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. Crabman took over the market for a while, and now the Bulls have stepped in a bit here. Let's see. Does BitGet have it? Let's check. Futures. Come on, baby. Let me short Hex. Just let me short the thing. I don't want to hurt it. I just want to, a little scalp short. I'm not looking to short it to zero. Let's see. I bet MEXC has it. I'm going to have to open up a MEXC account. Come on. What is going on? Yeah. Oh, God. I can't short Hex literally anywhere. All right. Well, hey. What about KuCoin? Does KuCoin have it on futures? A Frankie mod. It feels like I'm being lifted by angel wings. Shout out to Creighton C. Let's go. Not on MEXC. No Hex. Dang. I guess. Dang. They don't want you short Hex, guys. They don't want you short Hex. Let me pull up. Maybe we got. Let's see. Let's pull up KuCoin. Maybe KuCoin will have it. I gotta log in. I'll just look at it on my phone. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to our next altcoins here. So, yeah, let's take a look at Hex and see if we can actually do some TA here. So I would look out for this, right? You got continued rising price with your continued falling momentum, which likely times will cool you off just a little bit here. So, yeah, I would be careful of that bearish divergence starting to form here a little bit. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull up the, let me see if KuCoin has Hex. Dude, Hex, shout out to Crypto Crabman. Yeah, Hex may be unshortable here, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Hex. Oh my God, guys. Yeah, Hex is Pancake has it. I was gonna say Hex is unshortable, guys. Unbelievable. Does have a lot of tokens. It's odd. Hex is not one of them. Yeah, I'm surprised FEMX or BitGet doesn't have it either, or PingX. KuCoin doesn't have it either. Dang. All right. Well, hey, I guess we're not shorting Hex today, but I will say 30-minute bear div. 10-minute bear div looking to form here. 15-minute also looking for the bearish divergence. A lot of bear divs here. I mean, your 30 minutes also looking for it pretty soon here. Take a look at your 8-hour. VWAP is cooling down. Might be time for a little bit of a local cool off on I would look for a somewhat of a cool off here on Hex at some point. But really, guys, the important thing for Hex right now is that you get above this value area low. If you can reclaim this value area low, that would be pretty bullish in my opinion, because it kind of saves you from potentially taking this massive trip to the downside. Because as you can see, if we continue to lose this, we were likely going to move down towards that, 0.038 cent level. If we lost that level, probably quickly coming down to the 0.031 cent level. So we can reclaim that value area low. I'm basically looking for the same thing I was looking for yesterday. I guess what was yesterday was May 2nd at, let's see, when was the stream? Was at about 8 p.m., Yeah, okay, so we were looking at Hex, probably come out to a lower time frame. Yesterday, we were looking at Hex likely around, we were probably around right here. Just looking, that's exactly what I was looking for. I could tell by the way I drew the line, looking for a push up, hold on that value area low. If we can stick on that value area low, I would look for a pretty quick move up to your golden pocket at about 0.068 cents. And then if you could get up there, you may range around in this white box a little bit, but the next major move to the upside would likely be to about, 0.077 cents right on this shelf of volume. Remember, we talked about the shelves of volume yesterday. That would be where I would look for the next level of resistance if you can get past that white box. All right, let's go ahead and move on now that we know that Hex is unshortable. Creighton C says, smash those likes for Frankie. Spent all day doing TA for us. And hey, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. We're going on about 4 hours of almost straight TA. I literally got off the live stream this afternoon, did some more TA alone, like a sad person, and then now I'm here again. Let's go. All right, let's see. Let's see. What's the word, Mafias? Shout out to The Lost Prophet. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Jessica says, press that like button. Don't smash it. Don't tap it. Don't hit it with your elbow or headbutt it. Just press it. Gently press it. Go in for 650 likes on tonight's stream, guys. If we get 650 likes, I will pick somebody from the comments in our afternoon stream to give away either some crypto or a merch package. We'll let you guys pick. But we got to hit 650 likes, so smash up that like button. If you have not already, smash that dang like button. All right, let's see. You should have just did it all day on the Fed day. Yeah, I should just be live still. I should have just kept it going, guys. All right, let's see. Okay, let's continue on here. Taking a look at, let me see, what else we got here? FTM, render. Let's take a look at render. We will take a look at the BitCat chart because now we know we can short it. But there you go, guys. Another perfect example of these volume gaps playing out once again. You got the quick move up through the gap. You got the quick move down through the gap. And now you're getting another quick move up through the gap, right? And it's as simple as that, guys. But that doesn't really help you at all. So let's go ahead and do some actual TA here. Now, you got that daily bear div. As you can see, higher highs on your price, lower highs on your momentum waves as you got the spill to the downside. Taking a look at your 12-hour, nice rebound on these previous highs from back here in April. Go ahead and pull our local fibs here. Probably the local golden pocket retracement as well. Very close to it. We just pull it from the impulse. Actually, I guess this would probably more likely, yeah, that would probably be the impulse there. So, yeah, I mean, basically a golden pocket retracement here. VWAP coming back up on the 12-hour. Yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting, right? Take a look at the 4-hour. 4-hour green dot is confirmed. Money flow flying to the upside. 10-hour green dot printing. 12-hour looking for the green dot. Your 8-hour green dot is printing. What's your 45 and 30-minute money flow doing? Yeah, that money flow crossover, just like on XRP, I think was what we just did it on. If you get that money flow crossover, price goes up after money flow crossover into green. There we go. Leaving a little context. We're leaving breadcrumbs, guys. We're leaving breadcrumbs. Yeah, looking for that money flow crossover into the green. If paired with that 8-hour green dot, could wind up being a bit powerful there. 6-hour green dot is confirmed. Money flow, I mean, generally coming out, but is starting to tick back up there. Money flow on your 2-hour and your 1-hour is creeping up towards that 0 line. Yeah. Yeah, I would look for that 30-minute money flow crossover to start your next move to the upside. Beautiful, just higher low after higher low. This is typically, this is a sign that price may be moving to the upside. Generally, momentum, I know we're going to cut through that wave there, but generally momentum is coming to the upside. Money flow is coming to the upside, right? Money flow coming up, momentum waves coming up. And, yeah, there you go. That is basic market cipher strategy, right, guys? Shout out to CryptoFace. Guys, the live stream is now sponsored by Market Cipher. You guys know that. So shout out to CryptoFace. And, I mean, it's like we don't even got to push Market Cipher because it works, right? And we use it every single day. And but, yeah, that's basic Market Cipher strategy. Shout out to CryptoFace. Money flow coming up. Momentum generally making higher lows other than this little deviation. But this does look, more bullish than bearish. Money flow crossover on the 30-minute is kind of going to be the thing that I think could potentially bring you up to that $2.38 level. And then once you get up there, that's going to be a pretty key level to get above, because if you flip that, you're getting pretty close to creating your new highs up here. You just got to break $2.58. All right, let's go ahead and see. And Fruity Pebbles, push the Fruity Pebbles, guys. Don't forget, today's live stream is brought to you by Fruity Pebbles Treats. Also, the vertical version of Fruity Pebbles Treat. I don't know if you guys like the horizontal version or the vertical version, but we do have both here. Yeah, very, very healthy and protein-packed, antioxidant-filled snack. So, yeah, shout out to Fruity Pebbles. We appreciate you guys for sponsoring the channel. I'm just kidding, guys. Fruity Pebbles doesn't know who we are. But maybe one day, guys, that's a dream of mine to be sponsored by Fruity Pebbles. But let's go ahead and continue on, guys. That is Render. 30-minute money flow crossover is going to be what I would look for if I was looking for a move to the upside. And then, I mean, let's take a little bit more of a look. Yeah, you got a bear div here on your 12-minute. 15-minute bear div also printing, or also confirmed. Looking to print but your money flow doesn't look bad. Like 24-minute money flow looks strong. So wouldn't be looking for any crazy shorts on Render right now. Sponsored by Kellogg's. Shout out to Angel is cool. Angel is indeed cool. All right, guys, let's take a look at one more of these altcoins. Let's take a look. I'm going to take a look at H-bar. Let's take a look at H-bar. That's not what I wanted. Take a look at the BitGet chart. Shout out to BitGet. If you guys want to sign up for BitGet, don't forget we got our links down below. I don't know. Actually, Tony, do they have a deal going on? Let me know. If we're going to save the CandleMafia some money, let me know. I know FEMEX has a deal going on until about June 14th. But, the exchanges always have deals going on. Frankie, I hear you was a state bowling champ like Fred Flintstone. Dixon, I told you not to embarrass me on stream. They call me the golden hand. In bowling, guys. The golden pin. The golden candle. I only candle bowl. Isn't that a thing? Like candlestick bowling? That's the only one I do. And I only bowl, the only pins I use are candlestick pins, and they're only green. So, anyway, taking a look at H-bar. Taking a look at the daily. Daily VWAP not looking too exciting. 16-hour looking better. Still not that exciting. 6 hour. Oh, God. 6 hour looking for the green dot. 4 hour green dot printing. Nice bullish divergence here. This is a, from all the way back here, really. Look at that. Momentum. Creeping to the upside. Price action. Absolutely dropping. Right? Printed that green dot. Money flow skirting back to the upside. Money flow. Money flow on the three. Come on. I wanted this to look like super good. It's so disappointing when it's like everything doesn't line up. I mean, you're probably going to cool off a bit here, right? You're hitting up against this high volume node. Probably going to cool off just a bit. I would look. This is probably your golden pocket if I had to guess. No, not your golden pocket. But yeah, I will watch this golden pocket here at about 0.0572 cents for a potential pullback. But yeah, 30-minute money flow crossing over. 8-hour green dot kind of far away. You may kind of bing-bong around here a little bit, guys, if I'm being honest. Let me go. Let me pull up a different chart here. Let me pull up something with more. Let me pull something up with more price history. There we go. Oh, there you go. Now we actually have levels on this one. So very similar to XRP, guys. Very similar to XRP. This not a trade setup, not a trade call, not a trade signal, guys. But we did indeed swing fail this wick right here on the 8-hour. This is yeah, let's see. I mean, 8-hour bullish divergence is printing. This actually, I'm glad we pulled up this other chart. 8-hour bull div, right? You have your lower lows on your price action. You have your higher lows on your momentum waves. Your money flow is generally coming to the upside. Locally, it is coming out. Locally, it actually looks kind of bearish. But if you zoom out a bit, you are generally coming to the upside. So even if we skirt back up here, that will be a higher low, in which case that would be a little bit more bullish in my opinion, right? So this is, yeah, that is somewhat bullish looking. I mean, you have time for the money flow to roll back to the upside before you get that green dot. So I would look for that green dot on the 8-hour. If you get that green dot on the 8-hour, you know, this VWAP crossover to the downside may drag you back into the red, but by the time you print the 8-hour green dot, that 30-minute money flow crossover may be looking to happen, in which case that would be a nice move to the upside, right? Your 4-hour bull div, you can see it a little bit clearer here now. You know, even if you just pull it from these two momentum waves, money flow generally coming up. Your money flow starting to skirt up locally here. You are printing that bullish divergence. And again, you know, looking at the context of what we're looking at here, you deviated from the range lows, guys. What happens most of the time you deviate from the range lows? Deviation, acceptance back in, right to the POC. Deviation, acceptance back in, right to the POC, right to the value area high, right? Even here, slight deviation, right back up, another deviation, right to the POC, right? So this is something I would be looking at. Again, this is not a trade call. I just like to put this up here because it kind of gives people an example of like what the trade would look like. But I'm not saying take the trade. But what I would look for, you know, you got the 4-hour bull div. 2-hour bull div is confirmed, but then like come down here, right? Like it's not just automatically enter, because if you look at the 30-minute, you're probably going to cool off a bit here, right? So it's not the best entry. I'm just saying, you know, if you get that 8-hour bear div, you know, could potentially bring you up to that POC and even potentially all the way back up to your value area high. Potentially. So, you know, just something I would be paying attention to is that 8-hour bull div. And then once that 8-hour bull div prints, you know, if you wait for that 8-hour bull div, you kind of avoid the noise on the lower time frames if you're going to cool off, because if you cool off on the lower time frames, you're likely not going to get that divergence to print. So that I would be looking at that 8-hour bull div on H-bar for a potential move to the upside. All right, let's see. Shout out to ICH. You lucked out there because I was just about to go. And I think that's all the time we got for today's live stream, guys. But shout out to ICN. You just happened to be the first thing I saw when I looked at chat. Said, can you check out BNB? And another reason I will take a look at BNB, guys, is because We haven't looked at BNB in quite some time, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, let's see. Well, hey, I don't know. When I mean we didn't look at BNB for a long time, I mean a very long time. Looks like this is the last time we were looking at it. But hey, we must have been looking at this 8-hour, or it was probably a daily bear div is what we were looking at, I would almost guarantee. Where'd that position go? No, it was probably maybe a 4-hour, 3-hour. The reason I'm like trying to hunt for this and actually look at it is, let's see. This is likely, maybe it was the 8-hour. Yeah, probably looking at the higher highs on price with our lower highs on our momentum wave, giving us that bearish divergence as your money flow was coming out. This is all the way back in November. But the reason I bring it up is, I mean, you would have gotten stopped out potentially. You know, I don't know exactly the context of looking at this. Definitely would have got stopped out on that wick. But hey, when you look at these shorts, guys, like these bear divs on the higher time frames can wind up playing out massively, guys. Look at that move, right? And again, the market's messy, so like you're very high chance you would have gotten stopped out here. Almost a guaranteed chance that you get stopped out there unless you're an absolute lunatic with your stop loss. But I don't know if that happened on all exchanges. But that is, you know, if you catch these moves, guys, 27% down before you got a retracement, but eventually wound up bringing you down 38%. Unbelievable. But anyway, I have no context into what we were looking at that time. But let's continue on here. Take a look at BNB and see if we can go ahead and, let's see. Money flow creeping up towards that 0 line, looking for the crossover into the green. Now, you got a blood diamond here, so I would be a little bit cautious. Let's go ahead and pull some levels here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this. Let's pull this range right here. Yeah, so you're at the high 0 range, so that's number one. Be careful. You got the blood diamond. Money flow crossing over into the green on the daily would be a good sign, right? And we got that daily blood diamond on Bitcoin as well, and then it disappeared. So maybe take that with a grain of salt. 2-day, no blood diamond. VWAP nuking to the downside. 16-hour, a little bit more of a bullish outlook on the 16-hour, looking for the green dot. 12-hour also looking for the green dot. 10-hour is printing a green dot, but your money flow. Money flow generally moving to the downside. 8-hour looking for the green dot. Money flow generally coming out. 4-hour green dot. I mean, it looks very similar to a lot of this other stuff. I'm going to pull this more local range. So more locally, that other range we were looking at was on the daily time frame, guys. This is why context is so important, right? Because locally here, we are at the top of our value area of this micro range here, right? Oh, I'm sorry, of this macro range, right? So this would indicate that we could potentially get a move back down to our POC if it winds up playing out how we would expect. Money flow, though, I would be very careful with that because money flow is coming up. And again, Bitcoin started to pump even though we had that blood diamond on the daily. It basically got invalidated, right? So on a more macro time frame, you would expect a little bit of a correction here. But then you come down to the lower time frames and you look at more of a local level. And what do you see here, right? You're getting a bounce off your value area low, and it's probably going to be likely you come back up to your value area high as long as that green dot on the 4. Oh, no, it is confirmed. 5-hour green dot printing as well. Let's check out the 24-minute money flow in the green. 15-minute money flow in the green as well. 45-minute money flow just crossed over. Looking to get the confluence with your green dot. So locally, it looks a little better than in the macro. Looking at the lower time frames, I would say, I'd be looking at this local range, and I would potentially look for a move. I would look for a move potentially up to the value area high at about 335. Take a look at the higher daily time frames. Weekly money flow crossover has happened, but you're about to print a red dot, right? So in the macro, it actually looks like it may want to cool off a bit. So yeah, I would be careful. In the macro, probably going to print a red dot, but that money flow crossover is likely to be bullish in the long term. Actually, BNB kind of hard to read right now, to be honest with you. Money flow coming out of your 8-hour. Yeah, I would, I would say, really, I would wait for your daily to kind of roll back up here. I would wait for your daily to roll back up because it's hard to say if that money flow is going to drop back into the red or not. I'm going to have to go neutral on BNB, guys. This is really hard to pick a bias. I'll be honest. It's like usually I can be like, hey, I think we're going to go here. If this happens, I think, if this, then that, kind of thing. But this is kind of hard to call. I would be neutral. I would watch this macro range. And then if I was looking at the lower time frames, I would look at this range, right? So locally, your support is going to be 320 and your resistance is going to be 335. I'd be looking for longs down here. I'd be looking for shorts up here. And again, just to show the power of the volume profile, you could see not only did we get lower lows on our price into your value area low, you also got your momentum waves coming up, got that bullish divergence, bang, right to the upside. That's why you do not get bearish at the lows of a range. And and then that would be kind of your local support and resistance. That's locally the highs and lows of your ranges. That's where I'd be looking for my scalp trades. And then more macro, I would be looking at these higher levels or these, basically your value area highs are at the same level. So again, 330, 335-ish is your resistance, major resistance. And then, your POC is coming in here at about 303. And then your value area low coming in at 267. Now, one thing to note here is if you are able to break out of this value area, if you are able to pop up here, you're going to probably get a quick move back up to about 370 due to the low volume gap. And that is what I would expect out of BNB. And again, talking back to, bringing up those previous ranges, what lines up with that end of that low volume gap? The previous value area low of this range, which at this point would become your doorway to higher prices. Because once you get accepted back into this range of price action, you're likely to get a move up to your point of control, which is at 384. If you could get above that, you're likely going to get a move to your value area high at 422. But we're very far away from that. I just brought that up because, again, just look left for your previous value areas to try to find some key levels, just to kind of hammer that point home that we were talking about before. And with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I think it's time to go ahead and spin that wheel of pain and pleasure. Let's see. How many likes? Oh, God, we did not get 650 likes. How close are we? We got 505. The likes have been rough, guys. If we get 650 likes, I think we could do it. If we get 650 likes on this stream right now, before we end, I will spin the wheel 30 times. 30 times. Let's see. Yeah, that is, yeah, let's smash up those likes. But let's go ahead and spin it. We got 5 spins so far. And if we get 650, I'll spin it 30 times, and we'll go ahead and do a giveaway right now. I'm not showing. Am I showing my screen? Rugged on the first giveaway. Are we? We are not showing the screen. Bada boom. There we go. We got 1 nope. Here we go. Spin number 2. Let's go. Bada boom. Where's the chat at? No, that's not chat. That's a clip. Where's the chat at? Where's the chat at? There it is. All right, let's go. Come on, people. Shout out to John Davis, Enzo Mining, LFG, baby. Let's go. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh, God, double rugged. Double rugged. Unbelievable. Double rugged. Hey, you smash that like. Hey, Paul Wood. I would if I could, but I'm not Paul Wood, so I can't. I would if I could, but I'm not Paul Wood, so I can't. That's what I have to say to that. Shout out to Paul Wood. Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate you. Let's see. Smash them, baby. Let's go. Push the like button. Donato Cabrera says, push that like button. Samsung said, what was the name of the movie you mentioned earlier about the world order? Oh, it is called The Changing World Order by Ray Dalio. I just pulled up an ad. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Mafia, why? Why? Now you guys have extra time to smash the like button. Okay, hang on. Hold up, guys. I don't even know how many spins I don't know how many spins or giveaways we had. Luckily, we can rewind this. Luckily, we can rewind this. All right, let's pull that back up. All right. Okay. Oh, God. I just rugged everything. Unbelievable. No, I don't want to. We cannot spin the wheel 30 times. I talked a big game, but we cannot spin that wheel 30 times. Oh my God, these ads bug the heck out of me. And then they make the X so small, guys. They make the X so tiny. Oh God. Here we go. 547 likes. Start over. I have to start over. I think this was the last spin, but I'll give you guys fresh spins here. All right, let's see. Most funny moment of today's stream when Dave Digital said, "Don't tell Frankie." Oh God, I can only imagine what he said. There we go. Give him a giveaway, baby. I'm not going to click this ad. I'm just going to click the little X, guys. I swear. Okay, here we go. Don't you also hate to double yes? Shout out to Rob. Says, don't you also hate to double check your wallet addresses before sending crypto? I wish there was some kind of a browser extension that pre-sends your transaction to test if it's going to get lost. And guys, I think what Rob is talking about is presend.io. Presend.io is a official sponsor of the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. And yeah, guys, if you want to kind of, stop double checking your transactions, the Chrome extension will be out very soon, but you can still use this service if you're sending crypto. You can come up here, click the web app, connect your MetaMask, send your crypto, and if you send it to the wrong chain or you mess up the wallet address, it'll say, "Hey, don't send the crypto." And it'll say cancel transaction in a big red button. You can go ahead and click that, and it'll save your money. Shout out to presend.io. A little double mention for you guys. Hey. But anyway, there we go. Spin number 6. I don't think 547 likes. We got it, baby. We got it. Give them a giveaway. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 giveaways, guys. And I think that redoing the spins actually got you guys more giveaways. So with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Let me pull up that chat real quick. Where is it? Bada boom. Let me pull this up. I appreciate everybody for tuning into tonight's live stream, and thank you all who showed up to the FOMC meeting. We were spitting the sauce on that stream, guys. I'm surprised I had energy to do another stream. I'm not going to lie. It is pretty exhausting. But, guys, I'm just going to take a quick look at Bitcoin here to make sure nothing crazy has happened yet. Yeah, we are starting to cool off a little bit, rejecting that current value area high of our range. Remember, you don't want to get bullish at the highs and bearish at the lows. You want to get bearish at the highs and bullish at the lows, looking for longs at your lows, looking for shorts at your highs. And you can see, let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. Just give you guys a little bit of the bearish case here in case we do not continue this move to the upside. Green dot still printing. Beautiful little trigger wave. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, that 2 hour pushing up. Starting to get a little bit of a rejection off of our value area high of the macro range, which is obviously to be expected. But, just trying to find, where we could, yeah. I would look, if we are going to get a bigger move down, I would look at this bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame again, because we are getting that move into our value area high, higher highs into the value area high, lower highs on your momentum waves. That is a bearish divergence, guys. I would look for a pullback. If we can hold support on top of that 28.8K level, I will remain bullish, and I do think we could get another push to the upside. So I would be looking at this level right here for some potential support if we do get a bigger cool off on Bitcoin. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart for tuning into tonight's live. And thank you all for tuning in to the FOMC meeting. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the chat or let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed that stream earlier today. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time we got for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace. You gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted, and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing yet. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sunny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. You gon' see the.
This song is fire. Shout out to Angel is Cool. Said, hey, Frankie, you do a morning stream? No, we actually live streamed the FOMC meeting. We don't do them every day. We have been doing some market updates live. We're kind of testing some new stuff. Looking forward to fill that kind of gap of content that we have in the morning. That's why we've been doing the market updates. And we're going to start experimenting with some potential shorter lives in the morning. So, yeah, Angel is Cool. Shout out to you. We're going to be doing all the FOMC meetings from now on. It was super fun. The volatility wasn't that crazy, though. We were looking to trade it, but there wasn't really that much volatility. But with all that being said, guys, a little Frankie fake out. I'm going to go ahead and blow out the candle here, which is actually burning hot. It's all melted. It's very hot. And yeah, I'm going to try not to burn myself, and I'm going to go ahead and blow this out. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. This is so hot. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. Oh! Okay, the wax put it out, guys. That's all I got. Can you see the smoke coming up? That's all I got. Bing bong.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time? Hey, yo, Jay.
Where you from?
Yo, who the heck? Scam likely. Hey, please do not text to me. I'm trying to get it. Working to become the best of me. I'm doing my job. That includes whipping and keeping the recipes. I cannot stop. I gotta get it till legends are next to me. Till legends are next to me. Hey, please do not text to me. I'm trying to get it. Working to become the best of me. I'm doing my job. That includes whipping and keeping the recipes. I cannot stop. I gotta get it till legends are next to me. Till legends are next to me. Okay, 2X beat a shirt, but I been hitting the gym. It's OT to drive and I'm trying to go wild with the Korean style and we bout to go win. I bet on myself. Give me a year and I promise that I'll have a story to tell by people who hate it and now they say hello from the other side like their name was Adele. I cannot stop. That's from the box state to the east side to the coast. I'm catching every fade, talking every day till they mention Jay with the GOAT. I take the grave shift on the pavement when I say this. Listen close. I gotta get it when using these minutes and that's on the rain, hail, sleet, and snow. Talking it, I ain't hearing you. Just let your words move and turn it physical. Your rhetoric is cheap and very typical. Was hoping that the capital was a minimal. Jalen start to rap, he turn it spiritual. The gift internally go put some fear in you. We never worry, see, cause what the spirit do. I'm seeing hard work and you see a miracle. Ay, do not text to me. I'm trying to get it. Working to become the best of me. I'm doing my job. That includes whipping and keeping the recipes. I cannot stop. I gotta get it till legends are next to me. Till legends are next to me. Ay, please do not text to me. I'm trying to get it. Working to become the best of me. I'm doing my job. That includes whipping and keeping the recipes. I cannot stop. I gotta get it till legends are next to me. Till legends are next to me.